broker dealers, and in particular, illegal, not registered, you guys don't realize it's a problem, broker dealers. And I'm not talking real estate here. I'm not talking about drug dealers here. I am talking about securities investment situations where, let's say you run your business, you're looking for investors, you've got a friend that knows a bunch of wealthy, rich investor people, and they're like, hey, I can introduce you to all these wealthy, rich investor people. Just pay me a fee based on the investment that you get. I'm happy I got a fee. You're happy you got investors. Investors are happy because they invest in your dope business. Everybody's happy. Wrong. That is a situation where everybody is going to be pretty unhappy down the line if there's ever any investigation or any government oversight. And the reason for that is that role that I'm talking about there, that person that introduces you to investors for a fee, that is a specific type of registration required profession. It is a broker-dealer. Broker-dealers have specific definitions within the SEC rules and the statutes that govern investment, and they need to take a test, they need to be registered, or they need to be sponsored by an actual investment firm that is accredited through the SEC, all of these regulations that govern these things, basically because we had a bunch of assholes in Wall Street back in the day that screwed a bunch of people over and did a bunch of illegal things. Now it's very regulated, and part of the rampant screwing over of people was these illegal, not registered folks running around, making introductions, getting paid, because you actually need to have the expertise to be able to talk to investors, bring them to the business, participate in the negotiations, and ensure that there's no fraud, any misleading information, that there's no missteps among the compliance that is needed for securities. Securities just being investment, it's the legal word for it. So, broker dealers, anytime you're working with someone that's going to introduce you to investors, it's totally fine to do that as long as you don't pay them. You can't pay them a fee, you can't pay them a percentage of the investment, you can't pay them, period, unless they're a registered broker dealer. So, this is a quick video because it's a relatively easy topic to discuss. It's pretty cut and dry. If somebody's going to introduce you to an investor, don't pay them unless they can show you their registration as a broker or dealer. And if you do want to have them introduce you, then make sure that they're just not getting paid. Make sure that they understand that they can't participate in those negotiations and get paid based on whatever they negotiate. You get invested in your business. Because, like I said, this can cause you huge problems. If you work through a illegal, non-registered, not proper broker-dealer, there are all kinds of penalties that could be assessed to you, fines. They can get in a lot of trouble, and the investor probably can rescind that investment at some point and just say, give me my money back. This was all illegal and sketchy and not the way it's supposed to be done. And if you don't have that money to give back, that's another can of worms. So, long story short, if you work with someone that's going to introduce you to investors, make sure that they're registered or don't pay them, and then that's going to be cool too. So, don't work with unregistered broker dealers. You're going to get in trouble. Hope this was helpful. Check out my other securities videos for more on investment. Thanks.